Hello everyone, and welcome to the 1000 subscriber special. This is going to be a Q&A going through some of the questions that you guys have, and it's going to be a little bit different than some of my normal videos. There's not going to be a lot of splicing of different segments. I'm just going to be going straight through, and you're going to get to hear how I actually talk when I don't cut out all the ums and ands. And so yeah, this is the 1000 subscriber special. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far. You can see we're at 1.14 thousand subs right now. And this is also the 100th video that I will be uploading. So we have kind of two milestones at once. So I actually recorded this video once through, and I didn't really like how it sounded. It was like my normal videos where I spliced it all together, but I think that this format where I'm just talking through will be a little bit better, a little bit more authentic. I just want to give all of you guys my gratitude for the 1000 subs. I started this channel about a year and a half ago, and I didn't really think it would amount to a whole lot, so I just kind of wanted to start it, and it's crazy how many subs we've gotten in the last year and a half. The mega builds and the commentaries that I've been putting out have been a lot of fun, and so I'm looking forward to answering some of your questions. We're going to be going through some of the old Timberborn maps that I've released on this channel, and also show you the first one that I ever played outside of YouTube, the first time that I played Timberborn. And so that's going to be the first one that we're going to, so let's go ahead and hop over there right now. Welcome to my first map in Timberborn. This was, as I said, the first map that I ever played in Timberborn, and it was a lot of fun getting into it. I almost ran out of wood almost immediately. I didn't really understand how planting trees worked at first, and it's kind of a rookie mistake, but thankfully I actually was able to make this forester, and then now we're doing pretty well. We have over 400 beavers on this map, which I didn't realize that I actually had that many. So I'll show you around just a little bit while I answer some questions. So the first question is, where is the Q&A? And here it is. I talked about it. It took me a little bit longer to make it than it should have, but kind of worked out with this being the 100th video and also being the 1000 sub Q&A. So sorry for the delay, but here it is. And then the first question beyond that one is, how long have I been doing Timberborn? Well, I got this game on September 16th back in 2022, and that was actually just a little more, or around a month before I uploaded my first video to YouTube. So it didn't take me that long before, or it didn't take me that long after I started playing for me to start uploading videos to YouTube. But I'll talk about YouTube a little bit more in some of the future questions. So this is the first district over here, and then this was the second one that I set up. It is a lot of fun looking back at how I kind of set some of this stuff up. You can see I kind of segmented the water pumps over here from the pool area, and then also I didn't understand how aquatic plants worked, and I can't get rid of water, I don't think. I can't. Oh wait, is this it? Oh yeah, there we go. So you can see I tried to plant some crops down here, and they can't be fully submerged, and I didn't realize that until later. But that was the second district, and then I started getting a third one set up, I think all the way over here. Yeah, and this is where I set up the big reservoir. It's not quite as big as the one in the Badlands Plains series, but that kind of gave me inspiration for the reservoir in that build. And then the next question is, where am I from? Well, I was born and raised in Portland, Oregon. And then the next question after that is, where do I live? Well, after graduating college, I lived in Portland for a little bit. And then my now wife and I moved in together up in Washington, and that's where we currently live. And with that, let's move on to the next world and the next question. And welcome to Metal Madness. This was the first series that I uploaded to YouTube, for Timberborn at least. This one My commentary in that series was not fantastic, but you have to start somewhere. It was pretty nerve-wracking to upload videos because I wasn't really used to it. So it was a lot of fun though. I got to almost kill beavers on camera in like the third episode. There was a drought, or there was a water shortage and a food shortage simultaneously. But I did make it through alive. I think part of that was just greatly expanding the farm over here. And this was actually in the second update for Timberborn, so there's quite a few differences between this game and the current game. You can see that the Iron Teeth actually have the same crops as the Folktales in this version. And then I have a bunch of trees that I planted because I didn't want to run out of wood. And I do that on quite a few of my maps, just overplant and overplant crops as well. And let's move on to the first question of this series, or of this on this map. And it's, oh wait, before I do that, I do want to say, hold on, there's a car going by. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has liked, commented, and subscribed over the past year and a half. It's been awesome seeing you guys be engaged in the comments down below. If you guys weren't leaving comments and liking the videos, I probably would have stopped a long time ago. So I really like seeing that you guys enjoy these videos, and that's a big reason on why I come back and keep uploading. So thank you to all of you guys. You make this a lot of fun to do. And then also thank you to Jason, because he is the first and only YouTube channel member. So he joined last month, and it's pretty cool seeing that he joined. And if you guys want to support the channel beyond just subscribing and commenting and liking, you can go ahead and do that, but there is no pressure to do that. So so now the next question is, what other games do I play other than Timberborn? Well, in terms of PC games, this is the one that I play the most, hands down. But I did recently start playing Transport Fever 2, which I have absolutely loved that game. And in real life, I am a civil engineer, specifically a transportation engineer. And this game isn't quite what I do. Well, Transport Fever 2, I mean. It's not quite what I do in real life, but it's a lot of fun just building networks between different cities and factories. And if you guys haven't heard of that game, you should go check it out. There's this one YouTuber, Squirrel. He does a super thorough breakdown of that game, and I've been watching through all those old videos, so it's been a lot of fun. But so that's the one I've been playing the most outside of Timberborn. In terms of other consoles, because I don't play a whole lot of PC games, those are probably the two that I play the most, Timberborn and Transport Fever 2. But growing up, I played on the GameCube, Wii, and Xbox 360 and Xbox One. And then for those games, GameCube, I played Mario Kart, Super Monkey Ball 2, Bounty Hunter, other Mario games. And then for the Wii, a lot of like the Wii Sports games, Wii Sports Resort, Wii Music, and then also some Mario games like Mario Kart Wii. It was a lot of fun. And then for the Xbox, I played a lot of first-person shooters, mainly Call of Duty, since that's what my friends played. And I still play a little bit now, but I don't play video games on those consoles quite as much. Although I did recently dig up the I dug up the Wii from my parents' place, so I now have that, so I can play some of the old games that I played growing up. And yeah, so those are the games that I play. The next question, which is, why did I start this channel? And I'll answer that while I move over here, because there's a whole second colony over in this area, and then we're also going to skip to daytime. So the next question, like I said, why did I start this channel? Well, there's kind of a few reasons, not just one. Part of it starts back in high school when I was playing a lot of Call of Duty. I liked watching a lot of the Call of Duty YouTubers. So White Boy 7th Street, T Martin, KYR Speedy, Woody's Gamertag, Allier. Those are some of my favorites, and it was always pretty cool watching them, you know, play video games and upload it and they were doing that as a job, which I thought was pretty fun. And I always wanted to do YouTube, but I didn't really have any means to do that back then, since I think the game capture devices were a little bit more expensive and I didn't have a job in high school, so didn't have a whole lot of money. And then I did start streaming a few years ago. I streamed a game called Brawl Stars, which is also another game that I do play that a lot. It's a mobile game, and it's by the same creators who made Clash of Clans and Clash Royale, and I really enjoy it. If you guys haven't heard of that game, you should check it out. That was kind of why I always wanted to make a YouTube channel, because I'd seen others do it when I was younger. And then I started watching Timberborn on YouTube, and there was someone named Barthak, and he made some mega builds, and I thought that they were pretty cool, but I thought it was something that I could also do and kind of give it my own little flair, give it a little twist, because his are a little bit different from mine. His are extravagant. The builds on those, in my opinion, are some of the most impressive builds on YouTube, but I really enjoyed splicing the music together and kind of finding the different camera angles, and then also just making the builds myself. That was a lot of fun. So that was something that I thought that I wanted to do, and then also just getting some commentary, being able to play Timberborn and upload it was something that I was wanting to do. I felt like I knew Timberborn pretty well. I'm by no means like a complete expert. There's things that you guys will comment down below that I didn't realize, like the tab feature for looking at the storages. I didn't realize that until just a few weeks ago. But overall, I felt like I knew a decent amount, and I figured I could kind of add something to the Timberborn community. So that was another reason why I decided to start uploading to YouTube, and then just giving myself an excuse to play video games. Like, who doesn't want that? So, but with the mega build, that's going to lead us to the next world, which I'm going to show you guys the first mega build that I released on YouTube. And so I'm going to hop over there right now. Welcome to the first mega build that I ever did. This is the final product that you guys can see, although there's some other stuff off camera that I don't think you guys could really see it a whole lot in the video. There's a couple other a couple other colonies over here, and these guys, they really supported the building of this because they don't have a whole lot of resources on their own. There's some trees that are planted over here, but they don't really have enough to do all the construction. So it was a team effort, and that is one thing that this new mega build that I'm doing right now, it's a little unique because everything that is happening in that world, you're seeing it. So I can't hide stuff off camera for extra production. It all has to be on camera, so it's been a little challenging so far. But the next question that you guys had was, how do I design a mega build? Well, there's kind of two parts to that question. The first one is like the design. So for the design, what I do is first I go into developer mode, which if you do Alt-Shift-Z, that'll pop up developer mode, so you can actually spawn in beavers, and then you can place stuff directly if you hold control. So for example, you can see I just placed all the dams right there. And so I'll go into creative mode, into developer mode, and I'll pick a map and then outline kind of the theme of what I want. So for this one, I knew I wanted to do a castle theme. So I kind of played around with different like wall configurations to see what looked good. And then I try and incorporate pretty much everything that the beavers need into the design. So here we have, the production area. We have some crops that are growing. Realistically, they're not going to be harvesting all this because I want it to look pretty, but you can see they do have an area for it. They have the trees over here, more crops down here, and then they have some fun activities around as well, like some of the Lidos and the carousel, mud bath, and then they also have power production over here, And then in the back, we have some water pumps, and then also some energy storage. And then we have other storages, which you can't see them because they're all underground, but all these exclamation marks, that means that all the buildings are full. But if we go down, you can see that there's several layers of storage. So we have the wood down there. So I try and incorporate everything into the builds. Yeah, it's a pretty unique process. Get to be pretty creative. It's a lot of fun. And then for the actual construction, well, I don't entirely have a plan when I go into it. I'm kind of just winging it, to be honest. You need to lay out the groundwork. So you need to have, like for this, it doesn't just come with a hill that's in perfect squares. I needed to make that. So I didn't get the dirt excavator until partway through the mega build. So I started out just kind of getting some of the base resources, but that isn't a whole lot of the mega build. A lot of it was placing the dynamite, which you used to be able to get that kind of early on as long as you got paper. And then placing some of the walls, starting to clear some of the area. And then it's just kind of like a puzzle, piecing it together, see what you can do. Sometimes you have to wait for other stuff. So, and I'm going through that right now on the channel. I think we just released the fourth episode of the How to Do a Mega Build series. So for that one, I'm kind of going through everything that I do. And then for the next question, which is completely unrelated, did I go to college? Yes, I did. I went to Oregon State University, which is in Oregon, obviously. And the state mascot there is the Beavers, and Oregon's state animal is the Beavers. So I think it's kind of funny, being an Oregon native, home of the Beavers, and now I'm playing a game that's involving beavers. So probably just a coincidence. And then the last question for this world, which is what was my favorite toy as a kid? And it has to be Legos, hands down. I played with Legos all the time. And that was actually one of the things that got me into engineering in the first place. Was I loved to build. And so I also loved bridges. And Portland, I think, is nicknamed the City of Bridges. I know it's nicknamed the City of Roses. But there's a lot of bridges that cross the Willamette River. And we drove across them all the time. So those are two things that actually got me into engineering. So, but yeah, Lego's definitely my favorite toy as a kid. And now let's go on to the next world, which was the Road to 500 Beavers world. And welcome to the final map that we're going to be going through today. This was really the first series that I'd say kicked off this channel. It was the Road to 500 Beavers. I started it right after the Mega Build video kind of popped off, and it was a lot of fun doing this series. I kind of had a pretty good idea of what I wanted to do on 500 Beavers, and we ended up doing that. We also had a pretty fun theme. It was American themed for this Let's Play. All of the different districts were named after the original 13 colonies of the United States, and then all the beavers were named after the presidents. So that was a fun little kind of bonus that I put into this. And then also, before we get into the next question, if you are still here, then you probably enjoy this content, and I'd say you guys are probably some of my bigger fans. So if you guys wouldn't mind liking the video, I would greatly appreciate it. And then also, this has been a little bit different than my normal videos, as I said in the beginning. Not a lot of cuts between different scenes. My speaking is not as fluent as the final product of my other videos. If you guys don't mind that type of content, let me know, because the final videos that I normally upload, they take a little bit longer to record and upload, and record and edit. So I would like to release more content. There's been some events happened in my life recently which have prevented me from uploading more, but at some point I'm hoping that I can bounce back and have more time to upload more videos, be a little bit more frequent in uploads. But if you guys like content like this, then I could definitely upload more. It just wouldn't be quite as polished. I do want to do, well, I guess let's kind of go into the next question, which is kind of related, which is, am I going to add other games to this channel? And short answer, yes. I do want to add some other games. I think I'd probably stick with City Builders. Transport Fever 2 is probably the next game that I'll add to this channel. I'm really enjoying that, and I want to upload games that I actually enjoy playing, but I also want to upload games that you guys enjoy watching. So with this being basically a Timberborn channel, City Builders seem like the obvious genre to stick with, since that's probably what you guys are interested in. City Skylines or City Skylines 2 are also two games that I would consider uploading. I've seen some pretty bad reviews about City Skylines 2, and I haven't played it a whole lot. I do have it, but really it's been Timberborn that I've been playing. I would do a second channel, and that's something that I might do in the near future, maybe a little bit longer term. Not quite sure yet. I don't have any immediate plans to start a second channel, but there I could start branching out quite a bit more. I'd feel a lot more comfortable uploading different games on a second channel, since you guys have come here for Timberborn and probably also partly me, so I don't want to rock the boat too much. But on a second channel I would definitely upload other games, even outside of the Timberborn or outside of the City Builder genre. I would like to do some of the old games that I played, like some old Call of Duty games, and I think it'd even be fun to kind of have like subscriber sessions. I don't know what you call it, but there's some old games, like old Call of Duty games, that there's not a whole lot of people, so if I started streaming and then you guys could come play with me, I think that'd be a lot of fun. And streaming also, I haven't done that a whole lot. I did a little bit, like I mentioned, with Brawl Stars, but now that I have some YouTube followers, subscribers, it'd be a lot easier to start doing some streaming, since there'd be some of you guys who would be interested in watching. So that is something that I would like to do. I could stream Timberborn. I'd also want to stream Transport Fever 2 probably. So you guys let me know if streaming other games, if longer type content that's a little bit less edited interests you guys. Let me know down below. I value what you guys think, so yeah, leave a comment down below. And then, completely unrelated, next question, who is my idol? Well, I'd say probably growing up my dad was. He was a great dad, and I want to be like him, at least as a father. In terms of celebrities, I'd say kind of varies. Different areas like fitness and athletics. Nick Simmons, he was an 800-meter runner for Team USA, and I also ran the 800-meter event in track in high school, so I looked up to him. And then financial, I'd say Dave Ramsey, no nonsense, get your shit together. He was an inspiration in that sense. And then probably for actors, comedians, Jim Carrey, watched a lot of his movies growing up, hilarious guy, so pretty goofy. And I also am kind of goofy, but it might not come across that way on YouTube since I'm cutting everything together pretty well, but I do enjoy being, a little silly. And the last question, which I'm talking into the night, let's skip to day real quick. Also, you can see how laggy it is on 3x speed. Before we get to the last question, just wanted to kind of show you guys around a little bit. Some of you guys have probably seen this series. If you haven't, go ahead and check it out. That was right before I got a halfway decent mic, so the audio quality is not quite as good on this one, or on that one, compared to this. But you can see I have 2 huge towers of cattail crackers and spatterdock. That was a lot of fun to make. I didn't need that much, but I just wanted to do it. And then we have 3 dams right here. That was fun making that thumbnail. And then we have some of the original colonies. I tried to make them in the correct order as when the original colonies were founded in the U.S. So right here, Virginia, I believe, was the first one. And this map has actually been remade since they released the Badwater update, so it is completely different from this. And this is version 0.3, so there were 3 updates of Timberborn when this one was released. And it was also, I think this was the last map that I hadn't actually played through when I started this series, so it was a lot of fun. And then I'd like to go back to some of my old Let's Plays that I've done. So this one, Metal Madness, Time Bomb, there's others. But if there's any others that you guys would be interested in seeing me revive for a few episodes, let me know. So that's something I'd be interested in doing. But then the last question, which I've probably been asked the most, which is, when will I do a face reveal? And short answer, I don't know. I would consider doing it if we got to 1 million subscribers, but that seems kind of far-fetched, but you never know. But that's probably when I would feel most comfortable doing a face reveal, if at all. And that is all the questions that I have. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Like I mentioned, different style of video than I normally do. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it. It's actually a lot of fun making it. I feel like I just got to kind of talk and not worrying about stuttering, anything like that. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and a comment, and then be sure to subscribe. And if you want to support the channel more, you can become a YouTube channel member, but as always, there's no pressure to do that. I just love seeing you guys be engaged in the comments. So there's been a few of you who have left a lot of comments, and I really appreciate it, and your guys' passion shows. So without getting too sappy, everything that you guys have been commenting down below, it's meant a lot to me. So, and you guys are the reason why I do this, and I hope to be doing this for a long time. So anyways, that was a 1,000 subscriber Q&A. Maybe we'll do another one at 5,000 subscribers. And with that, we'll wrap up today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, yada yada yada. And with that, we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.